There was a stat in the book about how it used to just be a sprinkling of people who would show up at these gender clinics, that they didn't get many takers as recently as like 2017. And now there's something like 140,000 people, it might have been girls, but people on the waiting list to get treated at these gender clinics.
Well, okay, so there's a few different things. First of all, the largest gender clinic in the world is in London. It's going to be shut down shortly because of the
Tavistock
malpractice that was going on there. We also know, by the way, you're probably aware that there was, back in February, a few months ago, a very courageous woman, whistleblower in St. Louis, who exposed the terrible things that were going on in that gender clinic. And I have 2 chapters about that as well. So, the numbers have exploded. Just in the past 10 years, the numbers are up something like 4,000, 5,000% increase in the numbers of kids that are showing up at these clinics. If you go on to GoFundMe and you look at their page of
That's what it was. It was the GoFundMe.
Girls who are trying to raise money for their bilateral mastectomies. There's something like 47,000 girls who are trying to raise money to have their healthy breasts removed because they've been led to believe that they're going to feel better after that surgery. Misinformation, false.
47,000 girls.
I'm sorry, what?
47,000 girls trying to get a GoFundMe raise to have their healthy breasts chopped off.
That's right.
This is awful.
And this is the fault of our medical establishment, of our sex educators, of our educational system, and those parts of the government that have been taken over by this ideology. And the facts on the ground, and I am seeing these kids and families not every day, but 6 days out of 7, I'm seeing these families, and the amount of distress and suffering and tears and hopelessness is really, I don't have words to describe it, because in some of these families where the kids have been indoctrinated to think that if their parents don't accept them as their new persona, synthetic persona, that their parents are evil people, they then leave the home and they become estranged from their families. And I have a chapter in the book about the parents, Megyn, and about how they are mourning the living. They're mourning the loss of their child. And not only that, but the grief that they have is a disenfranchised grief, because they are told by society, by their therapists and their pediatrician and almost everybody, they're told that they're the reason that their child has this problem. They're the bad guy. They need to wake up and understand that their child was born in the wrong body, and they need to accept that, and they need to bury their daughter and embrace their new son. So
and the procedures, again, just for the listening audience, the book is called Lost in Transnation. I hope everyone buys it. Lost in Transnation, Dr. Miriam Grossman. But the procedures you outline in the book, you're talking about if you go from puberty blockers to cross-sex hormones as a boy, you're a boy who's confused and thinks you're a girl, you're likely looking at a penis that will never work again. Like if you decide you made a mistake and you just want to be a boy again and not live as a girl, you're good luck. I mean, the outcome is devastating.
That is correct. So the guidelines, so to speak, that have been given to us by these major medical associations like the Endocrine Society and the American Academy of Pediatrics, call for the intervention, the early intervention at the start of puberty. Now, puberty can start in some kids as early as 8 or 9 years old. Right. But even if puberty is starting at 11 or 12, if in a boy, if you give that kid puberty blockers so that his body is never exposed to the surge of testosterone that it's waiting for, then he will never develop mature sperm. He will be infertile. He will never be able to have biological children. And in addition to that, what we're learning now, what we've learned from Dr. Marcy Bowers, who is probably the most prominent gender surgeon in the country, if not the world, Dr. Bowers recently admitted that in those boys will never be able to orgasm because they're, as I was saying, puberty is necessary to become a functioning adult. And that includes to have a normal sexual response for your body to be aroused normally and to respond normally to sexuality. So what we are doing over here is these kids whose parents are agreeing, and they're agreeing because they're afraid that the kid will commit suicide. I'm not blaming these parents. They're being misinformed. They're being
by everyone, by all their trusted officials.
They're being emotionally manipulated to do this to their kids. And then lo and behold, they might realize a few years later, because it's not, I don't know how much this is part of the informed consent, that parents are being told that your kid is never going to, experience normal sexual
right.
function.
I mean, if your boy decides he really was a boy, he's never going to be able to get an erection. He's never going to be able to have an orgasm. He's never going to be able to have a child of his own. I mean, my God, that over somebody who might just be having a momentary confusion because he's depressed or because his friends are doing it. And the authorities you trust in your life, your doctor, your pediatrician, your endocrinologist you might seek out, a child psychiatrist, are all telling you, do it. That's why I said it's a 5-alarm fire right now. This is to be judged by these people on the air who are like, oh, well, you're just a transphobe if you don't see it the way no, you are missing the severe damage we are doing for a lifetime to minors without so much as pausing to discuss the realities waiting for them. Now that it's spring, almost summer, feels like summer, it's time to get outside and enjoy your backyard. But does your backyard need a little upgrade, a makeover? Start with the perfect centerpiece, a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas. A Michael Phelps Swim Spa can transform your backyard into an oasis. Think of it, you with the family, you getting your exercise. The Swim Spa is an alternative to a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. Got a bad back? Sit in the hot tub. Want to get your exercise going in time for your bikini? Take advantage of the pool. Michael Phelps Swim Spas have a water current so you can swim, do aquatic exercises, or just have fun with your family. And because it's heated, you can choose your perfect water temperature and then use it all year long in any climate. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas come in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard. So even if you have a teeny tiny backyard, check it out. And this is not some long, intimidating project. In fact, delivery and installation can take less than a day once your space is ready. Michael Phelps Swim Spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. You're going to love your Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas. Go check it out, masterspas.com. Put in that promo code MK, which will save you $1,000 on a Michael Phelps Swim Spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.